motivation. He, just like you and I, are motivated by money. And when you're the world's champion, you got a bit of money, and I've got plenty to go around, and that's the way it's gonna stay, because I'm sharing my lettuce with the big man, which makes us a stronger force than anything you've ever dealt with. Because let's face it, pal, we may be different on a lot of things, but money and power, that's what makes our worlds go round, isn't it?
Well, I can't dispute that. You make a very valid point. But the way I see it, at Lockdown, you were getting your English ass kicked all over the ring by Samoa Joe until, miraculously, you literally pulled the monster out of your ass so that you could come up with that victory. I think, no, wait a minute. I don't think this conversation should go any further until we have one more man here with us. Because I'm not concerned about your monster. As a matter of fact, I'm not really concerned about you. I have to do what's right. And what's right means making sure that everybody gets an equal opportunity to settle their quarrels here in this ring. So I won't say another word until the #1 contender for that TNA Heavyweight Championship is out here. I need Samoa Joe.
Impact Wrestling fans here live in Orlando get their wish. But as you can see from Samoa Joe's appearance, he took a beating Sunday from both Abyss and that sick weapon, Janice.
Yeah, Janice, that nail-filled 2x4. On Sunday at Lockdown, Abyss just took a baseball cut swing right into the gut of Samoa Joe, and he hit a home run with it. I gotta tell you, this thing is getting interesting right now. #1 contender, huh?
That's what MVP said. He's in charge.
He lost on Sunday.
Do you know why Samoa Joe is standing next to me, very calm and collected, and not ripping your throat out as he would very much like to do? It's because Joe believes in the MVP principle. And Joe knows that I'm going to do everything that's right going forward. And I know you're not used to that. Like, one of the things I will do, for example, is have you defend that World Heavyweight title against Samoa Joe next week.
Wow. Oh, that's kind of huge, yeah. Wow. You're not kidding.
And in addition to that, because of the fact that you did a wonderful job of pissing me off by involving yourself in a match you had no business in, you and Janice, I am going to do what's right and give Samoa Joe an opportunity to, well, I don't really have to motivate you, but I will validate your complaint by giving you an opportunity to participate in a match in this ring right now. I suggest you get out of the way. It's about to get real fast. Timekeeper, ring the bell.
Oh, I love it. Right now.
Yeah, right here, right now. And check out the explosion. Check out the spear from the #1 contender, Samoa Joe. Ladies and gentlemen, do not go anywhere. Samoa Joe's out for revenge. More of Joe versus Abyss right after this.
Brought to you by the alert feeling of 5-Hour Energy.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and we are live on Impact Wrestling from Orlando, Florida. The #1 contender, Samoa Joe, in line for another shot at the World Champion Magnus 1 week from tonight. But here live this evening on Spike TV, it's his opportunity for revenge against the man that cost him the title at Lockdown, Abyss.
You notice real quick there, Samoa Joe, his ribs, his midsection taped up. As we said before the break, what happened this past Sunday at Lockdown when Abyss swung Janice and nailed Joe in the stomach. Look at this. Ooh. This is no prep time here for Abyss. I gotta tell you, I mean, you know, our new boss here, MVP, the man in charge of wrestling operations, he didn't give Abyss any kind of prep.
Worried about prep time for Abyss. Look at Joe fighting through the pain.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, Mike, come on.
I do know. also know about is during tonight's Impact Wrestling broadcast, be a part of the live Twitter Q&A with Gunner. Follow him at TNA Gunner. He's standing by right now to answer your questions. Hashtag AskGunner.
Well, that is very cool, and I'll tell you what was very nasty was that well-placed knee that Abyss just drove into the gut, the injured midsection of Samoa Joe. Now you see, knowing the way Abyss is, this is a different Abyss. You can see he's a little bit more, it seems like he's, early goals of the match, it kind of seems like he's got a little more control in his range. And if that's the case, and if Magnus is bringing that out of Abyss, be careful of Abyss.
Well, we heard Magnus say it earlier, motivated by money, sharing the lettuce with Abyss. As the World Heavyweight Champion wants to align himself, obviously, with people who can help him.
Well, Abyss is not a dumb guy. So you know what? You want to align yourself with the head dog, the head cheese, and that's Magnus, the World Heavyweight Champion. And right now, you got to give some credit right here to Abyss. Like I said, no prep time. And I got to tell you, up next, getting ready for a debut of a new knockout. Her name is Brittany. This is going to be pretty cool, Mike. Can't wait for this.
Can't either. That's going to be very interesting. We will see the newest TNA knockout in action coming up next. How about Sunday, Miami, the Lethal Lockdown matchup, MVP taking over. How about the reaction of TNA President Dixie Carter? She was livid.
Well, Dixie Carter's world came crumbling down. I felt so bad for the woman. I mean, really, her world was just crushed.
You did.
Her whole life's work just disappeared. Horrible, heartbreaking for her.
Look at you tonight. Feeling so bad for her, huh?
I'm being honest, Mike. Unlike other announcers out here.
Excuse me.
But look at it. Oh! Joe still fighting back. With the injured midsection, able to lift up that big load. Oh! Abyss is a huge man.
Well, watch the backsplash.
That's a huge backsplash. Yeah. But that affects your midsection. So Joe, tough for him to follow up with a cover.
But look at Joe tough it out and fight through that pain.
Again, nice quick jab. Smart to the midsection, injured midsection of Joe. Look at he's just clubbing blows by the monster Abyss.
It's not often Samoa Joe goes into a matchup. And especially with the injury to the midsection. How did he come up with the power to slam 350 of the monster?
Well, Joe's got some rage in him, too. I mean, he feels like that the World Heavyweight title was stolen from him, robbed out of his hand, pulled out of his hand.
Which it was.
Well, I could see that, by Abyss. I understand where you're coming from. Look at that knee there, man. Nice.
Yeah, not often that Samoa Joe is outsized by an opponent like this. Are you kidding me?
He's thinking of going for a muscle buster, I believe. He can't even lift Abyss because of his midsection.
A headbutt by Joe. Right into the head just above the mask, I guess, of Abyss. Gonna catch the monster here out of the corner, but instead he stopped, goozled, and choke slammed by Abyss.
The power right there of Abyss. Extremely impressive. Where's the monster going? What is he doing?
Always at his most dangerous. When he goes outside, you never know what the monster Abyss
look at the size difference
with.
Mike, from him and our audience. See the size difference? Look how massive this man is. TV doesn't do him justice. And I'll tell you what, TV doesn't do this justice.
That was the difference maker. Sunday at Lockdown. That sick weapon, and he kisses Janice.
Yeah, that weapon is barbaric looking.
It's what caused all that damage to Joe's midsection, the taped ribs.
Abyss can basically... What is that? Who is that?
Who is that? Oh, it's Eric Young. Eric, whoa! Look at the missile drop kick. Eric Young.
Well, the former buddy.
Aligned for months with Abyss. And Eric Young just clubbing blows before he stopped in his tracks.
Well, I think Eric Young is disappointed in Abyss and his choice to align with Magnus. And Eric Young better be careful, but I'll tell you.
Look at that.
Wow, that was impressive.
Yeah, we heard it from Eric post-match Sunday at Lockdown, just how disappointed he was. Disqualification because of the interference. Now, let's send it backstage to JB. Take it.
Well, we are off to a wild start already tonight here on Impact, and certainly with everything that happened last Sunday at Lockdown, I am waiting for the arrival of the man that changed the very Bully Ray the moment he arrives here at the Impact